Hi everyone, welcome to Evolve and Execute. I'm your host CS Rajiv Bajaj, startup coach, mentor, and your companion in decoding and deep connections between mindset, leadership, and conscious execution. Today's episode is going to stretch your mind quite literally. We are driving into the science of how our brain and consciousness create struggle, not because life is hard, but because of how we interpret it. Think about it. Every experience you have is a filtered one, which has the biology, your senses, your consciousness. But what if this very process meant to help us understand the world is also what traps us into endless struggle, control, and conflict? To guide us through this profound conversation, we have with us Mr. Mrinal Dhar, Chief Learning Partner at HR Today, a neuro leadership trainer and a coach, and author of groundbreaking book How the Brain Creates Self-Subjective Experience and Meaning Making. So, Miranalji, thank you very much for taking out time. And I have seen that you have spent a decade researching what self really is, an invisible agency that makes ownership of everything that happens to us. So it's absolute pleasure to welcome you to the show. Kindly
Thank you
introduce
very much,
yourself to
Ravi,
our
for having
audience.
me here. Thank you very much.
Kindly introduce yourself, sir, to our audience, please.
Well, you have already done a great deal about it. So, yeah, I am a neuro leadership coach and I have been researching neuroscience for the last 9 years. My areas of research have been self and qualia. Qualia is subjective experience. I've been trying to find out how brain creating these or not, because we normally in spiritual world are we always hear this thing that we have a soul. There is a soul and that soul is doing everything, but then the brain research says something else, and that's what I'm going to talk about today.
Perfect. So, sir, your central idea is both fascinating and confronting that our brain itself creates struggle for us. Could you start by explaining how this happens in some simple terms where our users
Absolutely.
can understand?
Absolutely. In fact, I want to add before I start that, I want to tell you now I'm able to understand why our young kids and young teens and young adults are facing so much of anxiety. And that is also what my brain research has been able to help me discover. Okay. Now let's begin with why brain is a struggle. Brain is a struggle because 40 years back, before 40 years from now, we were looking at the existence as the whole existence. We called it homeostasis. Homeostasis is that your body is functioning at a particular body temperature, and that's it. But 40 years, in the last 40 years, we have been able to break this existence into three things. What are those three things? Those three things are consciousness, brain, which is the biology, and the third is your mind, 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 the phenomenology. And fortunately, we have been able to break the three and find out who does what, which is the remarkable thing. Okay. Now, let me tell you what led me to say that brain is a struggle. Let me ask you a question, Ravi. You have asked so many questions all your life. You have asked questions from your teachers. You have asked questions from your colleagues. You have asked questions from your family. Have you ever asked yourself or anybody on this planet that why do you have 10 fingers? Have you ever asked this question?
Why do I have 10 fingers? So, no, that's very intriguing.
Never. You see?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have never asked this question. Have you
Yeah.
ever asked anybody or God or your friends and family, why do you have two eyes?
Yeah, yeah, interesting. That's a very
Never,
interesting.
never. Now, this also was a very remarkable question out there, but nobody thought about it. What happened is one day, a very handsome young man went to the office of Dr. V.S. Ramachandran. Dr. V.S. Ramachandran is a great cognitive and neuroscientist and neurobiologist. He walked into his office and he told him, he started talking. After talking for 10-15 minutes, she told him, Doctor, I have a request to make to you. The doctor said, Yeah, tell me, what is the request you want to make to me? He said, The request is, I want you to amputate this part of my hand. The doctor was shocked. He was aghast. He couldn't believe what he heard. So the doctors thought that this patient is a psychiatric patient. This person is a psychiatric patient. He needs psychiatric help. So all the psychiatric evaluations were done, all the psychological assessments were done, and what we found out is that that patient is absolutely normal. So Dr. V.S. Ramachandran thought, why is he asking me to amputate his hand? So Dr. V.S. Ramachandran said, there must be something with the brain. I have to find out. He kept researching, and what did he find out? He found out that on the parietal lobe, right over here, the brain has the map of the whole body on the parietal lobe. And he saw that this map of the whole body is with all the patients, all the people on earth. Everybody on earth has this map on the parietal lobe. This map is what the brain consults when it is organizing and functioning the body. When the brain is working on the body, it looks at that map, and that's how it works. That's how it tells the body, move your right hand, get up. Oh no, you are not in a balance. You have to stand properly on two legs. That's what your brain is doing. But what is it consulting? It is consulting that map. And when Dr. V.S. Ramachandran looked deeply into it, he found out that every person has the whole map except for this patient. This patient did not have the map of the forearm, left forearm there. Because the map did not have the left forearm, the brain was constantly sending the message to the person that you have to get rid of this arm. You have to get rid of this arm. You have to get rid of this arm. So that is what led to a great discovery, that brain is consulting these maps. If this map is there, the brain will tell you everything is fine. If the map is missing or a part of the map is missing, the brain will not accept it. The brain will not accept it. And the brain will keep telling you, either you get rid of it or I'm not stopping. Now, the opposite is also true. You must have seen a lot of soldiers lose their limbs in the war, right? They lose their limbs. But what happens is they lose the limb, but inside the parietal lobe in the brain, the map still has that limb. Am I correct? It still has the limb. So you will be shocked to know those soldiers who have lost a limb, they still feel the pain in that missing limb.
Oh, okay.
They actually tell the doctor, I have a pain here. And the doctor says, how can you have a pain there when the limb is not there? And they say, no, you don't understand. I have a pain here. So Dr. V.S. Ramachandran was able to find out, oh my God, it is the map which is deciding everything. And the map is where? It's in the brain. You know, when I came across this great discovery, that is what led me to understand why there is so much confusion around gender nowadays. Have you heard gender fluid people?
Right. So very interesting talk. You have really brought in a topic which is very deep. I'm sure you understand that better. So you talk about abduction, how our brain abduces external events through biology. Could you explain what
Yes,
this means and how it
yes,
connects with the
yes,
perception and meaning of making?
yes. Now, let me tell you one important thing about brain. Brain
Mhm.
is the only organ which has consciousness.
Yeah.
Your heart doesn't have it, your stomach doesn't have it, your large intestine doesn't have it, only brain has it. Now, what happens? Brain is connected to all the sensory organs. You have five sensory organs, brain is connected to that. Now, what
Mhm.
brain does is a very tricky thing, very smart thing. Brain will let the sensory organs get attached to whatever they want to get attached to. Okay, suppose the sensory organ of mouth gets attached to food, the sensory organ of nose gets attached to some fragrance like the roses in the garden or the jasmine in the garden. I have explored that in my book. If you read my book, I explain it in great detail. Brain puts that experience inside consciousness. Okay? Brain, whatever sensory experience you are having, it puts it inside consciousness. Now, you will ask me, where is consciousness? So, for consciousness, brain has created maps, schemas. We call them schemas. Those are schemas inside the brain. So the schemas are always working. They have consciousness. And brain has connected those schemas with the sensory input. The moment it goes inside that schema, the consciousness says, oh my God, this fruit is mine, this jasmine is mine, this rose is mine, which means what was there on the external, what was far away from you, your consciousness stores it as a memory. Your consciousness stores it as a memory and
Yeah.
starts saying, it is mine, it is mine, it is mine. So your body starts running after it. Your body starts running after food. Your body starts running after people. Your body starts running after friends because the brain takes the sensory input and puts it inside the schema. Now, if the schema is not there, this whole experience will go away and you will be like robot. You will be sitting over there all day like this and asking for nothing, just like chat gpt, which asks for nothing. Because you have those schemas, that is why you have the subjective experience that this is mine, this lady is my wife, these are my kids, this factory and organization belongs to me.
Very, very interesting conversation we are having with you. So once these experiences become subjective, we begin to feel ownership over them, as you said, as if they belong to us. But why does the brain create this illusion of ownership?
The brain creates this ownership because the brain has to run the body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the body, if it stays still, wherever it is, if it stays still, the body will rot. So, for the body to function, the body to move, the body to exercise and ask for something, the body to get up and change clothes, the body to build houses, and the body to build roads and streets, the brain creates these schemas. If the brain does not create these schemas, your body will not move from wherever it is. It will stay there and it will rot. It will decay.
Oh, interesting. I believe our viewers are really going to like this conversation. So you say the moment we feel we are the owner, we naturally want the control, and that's where struggle begins. Why
That is
does
where
control
struggle
becomes
begins.
that's why does control become such a automatic impulse for all of us?
Yeah. Now, this is because of subjective experience. Now, you have to understand this a little deeply, okay? I
Yeah.
won't take you too deep, but I must tell you
Yeah,
at least the framework. The framework
yes.
is the brain has these schemas. These schemas are not two-dimensional. These schemas are three-dimensional. They have a
Mhm.
length, breadth, and height. So what happens is, because they have a length, breadth, and height, your thought is traveling in three dimensions: length, breadth, and height. When it travels on the height dimension, what brain has done is it has also absorbed gravity. So when you want to travel high up, the gravity pulls you down inside your brain, not outside. Inside your brain, the gravity pulls you down. When the gravity pulls you down, you lose control of things. You feel, oh, I am not in control of my family life. I'm not in control of my office life. I'm not in control of anything. That's where this need for control comes up, because we have three-dimensional schemas. If we had only two-dimensional schemas, we wouldn't have felt this necessity to control things. But because we are in a three-dimensional schema inside our brain, not only outside, inside our brain, we are always looking to control things. I should not lose it. It should stay inside my schema. So yes, you can say that whatever suffering we have is imaginary. It is imaginary. It is imaginary because it is not happening outside. It is happening inside our schema.
Very, very interesting. So, if the ownership and control lead to struggle, how can the awareness of understanding of this process help us live more consciously?
There are two ways. I recommend second way. I don't recommend the first way. Okay.
Mhm.
First way is you follow the path of mindfulness and you follow the path of awareness, which means you go to a meditation center, you spend 7, 10 days, 20 days over there sitting alone, and you focus on your awareness and you focus on your breath. That is first part. I don't recommend it. I'm sorry. I may sound a little ultra modern or modern, but I don't recommend it. I recommend the second path. What is the second path? The second path is you have schemas inside your brain. Those schemas have length, breadth, and height. Those schemas are based on your body. So use your body for all the activities which have length, breadth, and height. For example, I'll give you an example. Suppose you are not able to achieve something in life which you feel is high above you. It is, as somebody says in Hindi, मेरी औकात के बाहर है, मेरी पहुंच के बाहर है. When somebody says it is beyond my scope, what they're trying to say is they feel that it is at a height. So if that is the case, use your body to climb things which are at a height. The more you use your body in exercises like that, where you are climbing the mountain, where you are climbing the trees, where you are climbing places, trekking, where you are able to scale physically, the more your brain feels that it is achievable. So, using your body for difficult tasks, running, climbing mountains, climbing high up, swimming. The more you use your body in these activities, the more your schemas become achievable and very favorable for you. If you don't do that, your schemas will threaten you, will make you feel that you are inside a prison.
Okay, okay, very interesting. In your research on the self, what have you discovered about the this agency that claims ownership? Is it real or just a construct created by our brain?
It is created by brain, number one.
Hmm.
It is your containment schema, which means wherever you are contained, that becomes yourself. For example, I'll ask you quick three questions. Quick three questions.
Yeah,
Ravi, introduce yourself in one line.
I'm
Just one line.
Rajiv. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
Rajiv
extremely
Bajaj.
sorry. I'm extremely sorry. I apologize, Rajiv.
I'm Rajiv
Rajiv,
Bajaj. Yeah. So, if you ask me, explain yourself in one line, I will say I'm a, coach and a mentor for entrepreneurs. Yeah.
right? So, coaching and mentorship are a containment. They are they are a complete paradigm, and
Yeah.
you are part of that. So, whatever you are part of, that becomes yourself. That's number
Yeah.
one thing. Number
Yeah.
two, you are a coach. Are you also a parent or a husband?
Yeah. Of course. Uh,
You are. So, parent and husband is also part of a paradigm called home. So, you have another self called being a husband, being a father. So,
yeah.
we have several selves. We don't
Yeah.
have only one self. We have several selves. Mrinal Dhar is a neuro leadership coach. One self. Second self, Mrinal is a spiritualist. That second self. Third self, Mrinal is an author. Three selves. So we have multiple selves, all of us. Point number two. Point number three, our selves keep changing.
Yeah. According to the situation. Yes. Of course.
Absolutely. Right now, you're talking to me. Rajiv Bajaj is talking to me like, as a coach and a mentor. When you go back home, you don't talk to your kids as a coach and a mentor. You talk to them as a father. So a
Yeah.
new self emerges there. Right
Yeah.
now, a different self is talking to.
Perfect. That's a very good and clear example of this. How does this knowledge help leaders, entrepreneurs, or professionals, especially high pressure environments where control feels unnecessary or necessary? So they have to take a call how they have to handle these situations. Yeah.
So I would recommend that every organization should have a complete map of the schemas for all the employees so that we know and, and inside a containment schema, which sub schemas are working and which sub schemas are not working. Those sub schemas which are not working, for that we need to do an intervention with them. Those sub schemas which are working very well, we need to encourage them to go over there because it is all inside, it is not outside. So if you see an employee not giving the productivity you wish him to give, you cannot do anything unless you know which schemas are working and which are not working. Suppose you give an employee who's not doing a good job in terms of productivity, you give him a performance improvement plan. That is not going to help that employee at all unless you know what sub schemas are working and what are not working. No amount of punitive measures or rewards are going to help. You need to know the schemas and the sub schemas and their working.
All right. Is it possible to train the brain to reduce the internal struggle to still act decisively but without attachment or ownership?
You have several brains. There are two brains which are working all the time. One brain is called the primal brain. The primal brain is only concerned about the present moment. The primal brain does not understand future. The primal brain doesn't understand past. It is always in the present. It is always looking for things, whether you're seated properly, whether you're wearing the right clothes, whether you're looking into the camera or not, whether you have eaten food or not. It is always in the present. That's your primal brain. There is another brain called neocortex. Neocortex is all about problem solving, all about executive control, all about decision making. Now, your neocortex is always taking emotional input from the primal brain. If the primal brain tells neocortex, I'm emotionally good, the neocortex will further work on that, start thinking on that, build plans on that, build strategies on that. If the primal brain tells neocortex, I am not fine, The emotional input goes to neocortex, and neocortex says, oh my God, there is a trouble. So, answering your question, always have a very good present moment. Always be occupied with good things in life. As long as your present moment is good, as long as you are enjoying in your present moment, your future brain, your neocortex will work in a healthy manner. So keep yourself occupied, never be idle.
Very nice. This is a very famous tip which most of the leaders give to their subordinates. Keep your subordinates busy. So, so
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
there is a logic to it. So you have
Absolutely.
spent 9 years exploring how meaning is created. How does understanding meaning making change the way we handle failure, conflict, or success? So can you throw some light on that?
Meaning making is again, I I will be repeating this word a couple of times, but that's where the whole nectar lies. Making is based on your schemas. So, how do you express meaning? You express meaning in metaphors. For example, you say, I am as cool as a cucumber. So, you mean to say, I'm very chill, I'm okay, I'm fine, okay? Or you say, this is as hard as the fires in hell. So you're using metaphors. You're always using metaphors. uh, Meaning making comes from your experiences inside your schemas. If things are going well, you don't have to go towards the height. You work, I mean, you are enjoying your time. You will use a metaphor, my life is cool. Okay, you will use metaphors. So from metaphors we come to know what is the state of this person, what is the mindset of this person. And that is why we should always check for metaphors being used by people. Meaning making is all inside your schemas that I can't really explain completely here. For that you will have to refer to my book.
All right, fantastic. So finally, if the roots of struggle lies in the illusion of ownership, what's the first step towards freedom?
Oh my God. The first step towards freedom is the knowledge that it is an illusion. If you get this knowledge and if you keep it tight with yourself, if you don't forget it, then whenever you are faced with a stressful situation, you are going to tell yourself, it is happening inside my schema. It is not really happening with me. It is not happening with me. I'm imagining all the stress. So that kind of brings you back to the plane of normalcy. So keeping this knowledge, being awake all the time, is the first step.
All right, fantastic. I think that was a very, very interesting conversation. So we have come to interesting round of ours, which is rapid fire round. So, Mrinal, the time for a quick neural sprint, just
I am
instructive
excited.
answers, no thinking,
Okay.
and maybe one-liners or two-liners. So, one myth about the brain you would love to bust.
That we use 10% or 20% of the brain. That's a myth.
Okay. What is the percentage we use?
Nobody knows, but let's assume it's 100%.
No. Oh, understand. Science or spirituality, who understands consciousness better?
Spirituality knows consciousness better, science understands it better.
Perfect. A daily habit to keep your mind still.
Never stop playing sports.
Perfect. Sports, of course, is very important. The hardest thing about self-awareness.
The hardest thing is to accept your own faults. It becomes very difficult. People get
Yeah.
irritated.
If the brain had a voice, what would it say to us?
It would have multiple voices. It would say uh, you don't listen to me completely. It would be like a mother saying, you don't listen to me completely.
Perfect.
Like a mother
One
says,
lesson. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So he'll always complain to you. So
yeah.
one lesson your research taught you about being human.
We are extremely intelligent and very, very powerful. We are very powerful.
Perfect. Control, illusion, or necessity.
Illusion,
All right. One word that defines consciousness for you.
being,
Sorry, can you repeat?
being, being,
Being. Oh, okay.
being,
Okay.
being.
All
Present,
right.
present.
All right. All right. A quote or an idea that changed how you see the mind.
That is from Dr. Christoph Koch, and he says, always consult philosophers for questions and always consult scientists for answers. Don't go to philosophers for answers. They are not good with answers. Philosophers are very good with questions, but not good with answers. For answers, go to scientists.
Very interesting conversation we are having. Struggle, avoid it, or understand it.
Understand it, you can't avoid it.
Absolutely. Only then you can think more rationally. So,
Yes.
Miranal, this has been a eye-opening conversation, one that turns inward rather than outward. What I'm taking away today is that our brain doesn't create struggle out there. It creates it here through ownership, through control, through the stories or consciousness keeps replaying. But the moment we become aware of this mechanism, awareness itself becomes the beginning of freedom. To
Yes.
all our listeners, remember leadership isn't just about leading people, it's about leading the mind. The more you understand your own brain, the less it controls you. And
Beautiful. Beautiful.
yeah, yeah. So, any last advice or a word for our viewers today?
Rajiv is doing a fantastic job. Please listen to all the podcasts he has. I mean, if he's doing a great job for all of us. He's bringing the best on earth for you to understand and listen and gain knowledge. So follow him. And yes, please do read a little bit about brain so that your life becomes easy.
Thank you so much. And I will also say that please read Miranal's book.
Thank you very much.
I hope this is available on Amazon.
It
You
is.
know, yeah, great. Miranal, I also wrote a book. It was on, different subjects, start the change to move up. So I'm more on change management and leadership and how
Excellent.
to grow in life. So,
Is it available on
but
Amazon?
yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
So we all are trying to give back to the society and the world
Society.
whatever we have learned over the years. So until next time, keep evolving, keep executing, keep exploring the infinite space within this. And this is CS Rajiv Bajaj signing off from Evolve and Execute. Thank you very much, Mirinal, for taking out time, and thanks a lot. Thank you.